better? Okay.
You, me, and the mayor.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Get more people in here. I didn't think it was like this light, but there's a lot of people kind of still milling around. Wish I had access to the PA system. I don't care if we have 10 people or 1,200 people, it's all good. People were hungry.
People were hungry.
But they were taking like a whole big plate of chicken. Like, but that's okay because Sandra showed up. And the plantain, I had a plantain, it was lovely. Dean is, hi, I'm Dean Phillips. I'm running for president.
He's making his way through.
He's making his way through. That's okay.
Going to every table.
Yep. Feeling good? I'm feeling good. I wish the place was packed. Nobody's trying to get in here.
All right, should I go shout again? I'll go do a shout.
And I need Grace. Oh, there she is. Here they come. My hair looks just like it's old, very old hair. It doesn't make it. I'm going to speak slow. Because I'm the first one. We make readers. These are our ASL interpreters from UNH Manchester. Also giving us volunteer time. And they are they're logging their hours and volunteer hours. Practicing.
Still mingling in the hallway. Yeah. So
We need to rock because
we are past time, right? We're at 12:05. Oh, 1:02. Okay.
So do you want me to just open, or you?
I can open. Yeah, let me open. Do you want me to go ahead and start?
Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I know we have more folks who are joining us, so if people in the hall can hear me, please come on in. We are about to get started with our program. It is so wonderful to see so many faces here in the crowd today. So we're just going to give it one more second, let folks, come on in. We've got plenty of chairs, everybody, so please don't feel afraid. Grab a seat anywhere that you see one open. And if more of our City Year folks can just encourage more of our community members out there in the hallway to come and join us, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so as folks keep joining us, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am so happy to be here with all of you today. My name is Grace Kandeke. I am the program coordinator with the American Friends Service Committee, which is a coalition partner for the MLK New Hampshire Coalition. I'm also a longtime Manchester resident living right here down the road. And I am also an immigrant from the Democratic Republic of Congo and a naturalized U.S. citizen. So I am so grateful to be here. Oh, and I was also your last year recipient for the MLK Award. So really glad to be here with you all today. Thank you. So welcome everybody to the 42nd annual MLK celebration in New Hampshire. We are so glad to have you with us today. We have a full program, so please, if you don't already have one, please be sure to grab one before so you know what the order of the program is going to be, as well as the breakout room sessions that are available later this afternoon. So just a few quick housekeeping things before we get started, and I call up our first two speakers. For bathrooms, if people are looking for bathrooms, there are a few right here in the back, right behind the auditorium. They're a little bit low, so if folks would like a more adult-sized bathroom, there are some over here on the left-hand side as well. So please, if you need to take care of yourself, there are some bathrooms available. Food is available in the cafeteria. We do ask that you not eat or drink here in the auditorium, but please do feel free to help yourself to some refreshments that are available. We have had some wonderful donations from the Puritan Backroom as well as Don Quixote Restaurant, so please do help yourself to some food. And I will go ahead and just remind everybody too about the community resource tables that are in the back. So once we have some break in the program, please do, if you haven't already, go up and talk to some of our community organization tables if you are interested in getting involved in any way, shape, or form with the community. There are plenty of opportunities, and we welcome and invite you and encourage you to go and check them out. People are very friendly and more than happy to talk with anybody and answer any of your questions. So I'll go ahead and call up Maxine Mosley, the chairperson for our MLK Coalition, with her first opening remarks.
Good day. I'm Maxine Mosley. I am the chair of the Martin Luther King Jr. Coalition. Is this better? I am too. I get it. Is this better? This is about as loud as it's going to get. I apologize. Good day. My name is Maxine Mosley. I'm the chairperson of the Martin Luther King Jr. Coalition. I bring greetings from the members of the coalition on this, the 42nd annual community celebration of the life and work of Dr. King. The organizations that make up the coalition have a shared goal: to honor and share the work of Dr. King, to impact the members of our communities in expanding information, compassion, and the ability to create and sustain beloved communities. Like all of us, Dr. King was an imperfect man, but his work to promote the need and the ability to conduct nonviolent protests in the service of civil rights reforms still stands today as desirable and achievable, but only if we can all come together. To actively choose love, respect, caring, humanity, and equality over hate, discourse, and fractures takes determination, dedication, mindfulness, and so much more work. We have crafted today's program to ignite your sense of community, to inspire your involvement with action, and to build across differences, to insist, and I mean it, insist, that your voice, that your presence is not only appreciated but demanded, as if we're going to join the movement of change towards a more just society. We sincerely thank you for joining us today to share, listen, learn, and collaborate as we move forward. If not now, when? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maxine. Our next speaker is James McKinn, President of the Manchester NAACP.
Thank you, Grace, and thank you, Maxine. And ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, and fellow citizens, thank you so much for joining us today as we gather to celebrate the life and legacy of a true American hero, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. I have the honor of serving as the president of the Manchester branch of the NAACP, an organization that has stood for civil rights since 1909, and an organization that any of you can and should become a member to help with our mission of achieving and securing equal rights in educational, healthcare, criminal justice, housing, for people of all races. Today, on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we come together not only to commemorate the incredible strides he made in the fight for civil rights, but also to reflect on his enduring message of hope, unity, and justice. We are in a time of division in our country that some say is akin to what we experienced at the onset of the United States Civil War. I think we're in a more complex time with more perspectives because of the immigration of people from all over the world than we experienced back then. I am convinced that we need each other more than ever. As we stand here in New Hampshire, far from the epicenter of the civil rights movement, it is crucial for us to recognize the interconnectedness of our nation and the shared responsibility we all bear in upholding the values that Dr. King championed. The theme of our celebration today is Connect for Action, Act for Justice. That serves as a reminder that the pursuit of justice requires not only connection, but also decisive and intentional action. Dr. King envisioned a world where individuals, regardless of their background, would come together in a beloved community. That notion first coined in the early days of the 20th century by the philosopher theologian Josiah Royce, and popularized by Dr. King, who described it as a vision of love, a vision of a place and a time where all people share in the wealth of the earth, where poverty, hunger, and homelessness are not tolerated because international standards of human decency do not allow it. Racism and all forms of discrimination, bigotry, and prejudice are replaced by an all-inclusive spirit of sisterhood and brotherhood. In the beloved community, international disputes are resolved by peaceful conflict resolution and reconciliation of adversaries, instead of by military power. Love and compassion triumph over hatred and prejudice. It is a community where people recognize their shared humanity and work collectively toward a more just and equitable society. The significance of today extends beyond mere remembrance. It beckons us to reflect on how we, as a community, can actively contribute to the realization of Dr. King's dream. It challenges us to connect with one another, to bridge gaps that divide us, and to act boldly for justice. In embracing the concept of the beloved community, we acknowledge that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Dr. King understood that our destinies are intertwined, and the true freedom and equality can only be achieved when we work hand in hand. Let us not forget that New Hampshire, too, has a role to play in this narrative of progress and unity. As we commemorate this day, let us commit ourselves to fostering connections within our communities and without our communities. Let us not be fooled or sidetracked by the glitz and the glamour of politics and power. Let us actively seek out opportunities to bridge the divides that persist and work towards a society where every individual is treated with dignity and respect. By connecting for action, we can collectively act for justice, ensuring that Dr. King's dream becomes a reality for all. In conclusion, let this celebration not merely be a moment of remembrance, but a call to action. Let us honor Dr. King by embodying the spirit of the beloved community, by connecting with one another, and by taking decisive action for justice. Together, let us forge a future where the principles of equality, love, and justice are not just ideals, but lived realities for every citizen of this great nation. Thank you all, and let us march forward together toward a brighter and more just future for all. And now I have the pleasure and honor of introducing our newly elected Mayor of the City of Manchester, Mayor Jay Ruworth. Mayor?
Thank you, James, and thank you, Maxine, for inviting me today. Good afternoon. How is everybody? Good? Good. I'm so glad to hear all the enthusiasm. I know you all have a packed day ahead of you, and I want to make sure that I thank you for the privilege of being here to read a proclamation this afternoon. But more importantly than the invitation of me being here, I want to make sure that I thanked you all for being here as well. Your efforts and your passion in continuing the legacy of Dr. King and doing the difficult work of organizing and educating and bringing people together. These are the often thankless tasks that are inherently unbelievably important to continuing on important causes like the legacy of Dr. King. So I want to make sure that I had read and delivered this proclamation to you. So, City of Manchester, a resolution. Whereas Martin Luther King Day is a time for all citizens to reflect on the principles of equality, justice, and the dream of a united nation, and whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. devoted his life to the pursuit of civil rights, advocating for freedom, equity, and justice for all, and whereas the legacy of Dr. King continues to inspire and guide us in our ongoing efforts to build a society that values diversity and mutual respect, and whereas our City of Manchester recognizes the importance of honoring Dr. King's contributions to the American Civil Rights Movement and his unwavering commitment to nonviolence, and whereas Martin Luther King Day provides an opportunity for all residents to engage in acts of service and embrace and promote inclusion amongst our diverse communities, and now, therefore, I, J.P. Ruwe, Mayor of Manchester, do hereby proclaim Monday, January 15th, as Martin Luther King Jr. Day in our city. I urge all residents to join in commemorating this day to celebrate the life and achievements of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that this resolution be duly signed by the Mayor of Manchester. Jay Ruwe.
Thank you very much, Mayor Ruwe. So next, in order to bring us together, whether we are people of faith, people of spirituality, or simply human beings, I call the Rabbi Beth Davidson to lead us in an invocation.
I'm going to invite everyone to rise and to remain standing through the Pledge of Allegiance. We gather this afternoon to celebrate the life and message of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. In a 1963 sermon, Dr. King wrote, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" Now, as then, I think the answer is that we must be working together to create wholeness and peace in our communities, our country, and our world. The needs are real, and only by connecting with others can we hope to take meaningful action. Eternal source of good in the universe, we ask that you give us the power to do for others and to accomplish what needs to be done, to feed the hungry, to house the homeless, to heal the sick, to bring an end to racial discrimination, to provide jobs and education for those in need, to ensure justice for all, and to bring peace where there is war. We must create one human family where no one is other, where everyone is respected, and each person is empowered to live wisely and well in a world not beset by hatred and prejudice. We can't accomplish any of our goals alone. We must work together. Oh, bless us, please, merciful one, with patience, openness, and the creativity we need to find ways to work together, especially with those with whom we disagree. When we do, we can connect with other people and take the actions so necessary in our communities. Working together, we can bring justice into our world. We can make a difference, empowered by Dr. King's teaching, the time is always right to do right. With your help, O Eternal One, we can realize the world of which the prophets dreamed, a world where each and every person is able to sit under their vine and fig tree in security, in comfort, and in peace. Give us the strength to answer Dr. King's question by connecting with others and doing for others, and together let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi. And so please take your seats. I would like to welcome to the stage David Holt with Welcoming New Hampshire to give our land acknowledgement. And for folks who are just joining us, please, you are welcome. Please come right on in. We have plenty of seats here in the section to my stage right. And if there are others in the hallway, please, you are welcome to join us. Do you have it? Okay. Do you have it?
I don't. I have this. Okay. Honoring the original inhabitants, Honoring original indigenous inhabitants, the land acknowledgement. Pardon me. I totally had forgotten about this. Sorry. Sorry? So, as we all journey on the trail of life, we wish to acknowledge the spiritual and physical connection the indigenous peoples have maintained to Tatakina, homeland, and the Aki, land, Nebi, water, Olakwiki, flora, and Awasak, fauna, which each of our communities is honored to steward today. We also acknowledge the hardships they continue to endure after the loss of unceded homelands and champion everyone's responsibility to foster relationships and opportunities that strengthen the well-being of the indigenous people who carry forward the traditions of their ancestors. Please join me now in a moment of silence for those civil rights warriors upon whose shoulders we now stand.
Thank you so much, David, and thank you all. So I'd like to call to the stage the Queen City Youth Choir to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you all. And so to continue on with our program, I will go ahead and read the Martin Luther King Jr. Day Proclamation from Governor Sununu's office. Whereas the Civil Rights Act of 1964 recognized the importance of diversity, non-discrimination, and freedom by prohibiting discrimination based on race in employment and education and outlawing racial segregation in public facilities. And whereas the Bill of Rights states that no state shall deprive any person of life, liberty, or property, nor deny to any person within the jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. And whereas New Hampshire's Martin Luther King Jr. Civil Rights Day recognizes the work, the spirit, and the vision of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and helps us remember his many important and inspiring words. One of his most famous quotes where he states, "I look to a day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character," has resonated with countless generations and is the standard by which we should all aspire to. And whereas Dr. King was instrumental in working with many other civil rights leaders to raise awareness for those being discriminated against, and his words, work, and actions have been emulated by citizens across our great nation who also work towards justice and equality for all. And whereas the state of New Hampshire is proud to recognize the importance and inspiring work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, therefore, I, Christopher T. Sununu, Governor of the State of New Hampshire, do hereby proclaim January 15th to 2024 as Martin Luther King Jr. Civil Rights Day in the state of New Hampshire and urge all citizens to recognize, encourage, and support the end of racial segregation and discrimination in their local communities and across the across the state. Thank you. And so, as we continue on with our program, we will be joined for our first musical selection by the Manchester Community Music School's Queen City Youth Choir.
We might need some help from you, and I bet you know this song, so don't be afraid to jump in. This song embodies all that we are trying to do right now. It's so simple, but it's so important.
Thank you very much, Queen City Youth Choir. Let's just give them one more round of applause. Well done. And so next on our program, I would like to invite City Year Corps members to present the winners of this year's student competition.
Before I start, can I ask all our contestant winners, can we line up on the side of the stage if you are comfortable? Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and esteemed colleagues, I am Vanessa McKelly, and it is my distinct honor to stand before you as a proud City Year, New Hampshire member, serving diligently at Parker Varney Elementary School. In my first year here, I have witnessed the incredible talent and creativity of the students who participated in our esteemed art and essay contest. The submissions we received were nothing short of exceptional, a testament to the profound impact of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s message on the minds and hearts of our young participants. Today we gather to celebrate the standing achievements of 12 individuals whose work truly embody the spirit of Dr. King. Before we honor our first place winners, let us take a moment to acknowledge and commend the remarkable efforts of our runner-ups. In the art contest, we extend our appreciation to fourth graders Paula Guerrero Tolvillo from Bakersville Elementary School and Bethlehem True Young from Parker Varney. For the writing contest, we applaud the talent of fifth grader Elijah Bassel from Parkside Middle School and fourth grade Landon Dustone from Henry Wilson. Let us once again offer a resounding round of applause of these honorable mentions. And now, with great enthusiasm, let me present our first place winners. In second grade art category from Northwest Elementary, let us applaud Delaney Thomas Brown. The winner of the second grade writing contest from Bakersville Elementary School is Ezra Stilfen. In the third grade art section from Henry Wilson Elementary School, please join me in recognizing Abshir Hassan. Continuing with the third grade writing category from Henry Wilson, our applause goes to Sherlyn Samuel Diaz. For the fourth grade art division from Parker Varney Elementary School, the talented Michael Owens takes the spotlight. No? Okay, show them your... In fourth grade writing category, we celebrate the achievements of Mila Voisin from Parker Varney. Last but certainly not least, our distinguished winner in the fifth grade writing category is Natalie Cruz Aguilar. Congratulations to all our winners and honorable mentions. May I request another round of applause to celebrate these young minds and their exceptional contributions. So we are going to have Mila Voisin read her writing prompts.
Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "I have a dream," and his dream was for black people to be able to do the same things as white people. He wanted them to have the same rights. He wanted them to be able to drink from the same water fountain and use the same bathrooms at school. He got arrested 30 times for protesting against racial segregation, and Martin Luther King's dream came true.
My name is Ezra Stilfin. About Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. He was a fine man, but it was sad that he got shot, though. But what inspired us by making a big speech about black people and white people, to that why he inspired us. He wanted to unite us and a good community too. P.S. I, for King, I would make my city be cleaner to make King's dreams come true.
My name is Elijah Vasale. The time is always right to do what is right. Martin Luther King Jr. said this. What this means to me is choosing what is right instead of doing what is wrong. This was an era in which people were not fair, just because of where people were from or how they looked. This was wrong. People usually have a strong passion for what they believe in. For Martin Luther King Jr. to stand up on a stage and do what he did is hard. People would die for things they did not do. People would be walking and would get arrested. You did not know if you would get home. You wouldn't be treated like an equal. You were treated like scum. People were cruel, but because he did what was right, the world is a better place. If he had not done that, what would the world be like? Because someone did something good, we didn't. Sometimes you have to do something that may be hard, but if you're doing it for the greater good or your family, would you do it?
Hi, I'm Sherman, and I want to talk about how Martin Luther King was sad. He was a great person, and he did nice things, and now he died from people who shot him. The world is now gonna be perfect when black people and white people are together. They all shine. It doesn't matter if they have black skin. It's better to have white people and black people together by being siblings, best friends, and friends. They all love each other. They're supposed to love each other and not be rude and not treat them as and control them and not do anything rude together. And do not be rude at anybody who's black and doesn't be nice. You all support black people and be kind, and sometimes you don't, but it doesn't matter. You are sometimes you're a kind person, and you all shine as a star.
lastly, before I'm done, City Year is always looking to have more young, idealistic people serving the students of Manchester. Please check out the City Year table for more information. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, City Year. Let's give one round of applause to our award winners. So for our second musical selection of the day, we will be having the MLK Junior Community Choir leading us in Lift Every Voice and Sing.
So as the choir comes up, this is another part where you all get to participate in what is referred to as the Negro National Anthem.
you very much, choir. And so we have moved to one of the best parts of our program, which is our awards. And so our first award will be for the Vanessa Johnson Bloman Award. And so I call to the stage Sebastian Fuentes, Political Director of Rights and Democracy, to present the award.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we gather here to celebrate not only success, but a remarkable journey of resilience, determination, and passion. It is a distinct honor to stand before you and shine a spotlight on a trailblazer, a visionary, a Latina business leader whose accomplishment inspires us all. In a world where challenges often seem unsurmountable, our honoree has risen above, breaking barriers and paving the way for others to follow. Born from the rich tapestry of the Latina heritage, she embodies the spirit of entrepreneurship, embodying values of hard work, family, and community. Now, we know that starting a business in New Hampshire for a person of color is sometimes a task, a complicated one. Our distinguished leader has shown us the power of unwavering commitment. Her journey serves us as a testament to the limitless possibilities when one combines talent with tenacity. As we celebrate here today how she follows the steps of Dr. King, let us also acknowledge the cultural richness that she brings to the business world here in Manchester. Our honoree has not only excelled in her field, but also has embraced and celebrated her Latina identity, weaving seamlessly into the fabric of her success. Now, in the realm of business, leadership is not just about profit and losses. It is about creating a positive impact in our community and inspiring others to reach new heights. Our Latina business leader has demonstrated the principle wholeheartedly through mentorship, philanthropy, and community engagement. Let us take a moment to appreciate not only the professional triumphs, but the personal growth and resilience that have shaped our honoree into the influential leader she is today. Now let's switch it up a bit. In closing, déjeme dar mis felicitaciones a Sandra Almonte. Ahora, ella es una persona a la cual yo le tengo mayor respeto, no solo personal, pero profesional. Una persona que ha dado lo mejor a la comunidad latina en Manchester y el resto de New Hampshire. Una persona que no solo nos alimenta con deliciosa comida, pero también nos alimenta de una manera que ha trascendido las barreras de liderazgo. Activismo comunitario y, como decimos nosotros en la comunidad latina, amor por el barrio. Let's switch it back again. May her journey inspire us to embrace our unique backgrounds, overcome challenges, and strive for excellence. Here's to celebrate diversity, resilience, and the spirit that defines true leadership, just like Dr. King asked us to. So it is my absolute pleasure to present the Vanessa Johnson Bloman Award to a child of Mamey Los Hidalgos, Dominican Republic, and now a powerful resident here in the city of Manchester, our friend, mi amiga, Sandra Almonte.
Everybody, I am out of words. I wasn't really expecting this. This award is not only for me, but for all the other passionate community members that are there with me, trying to implement change for our people, empowering our families, just trying to have a better day and a hopefully better education system, more budgeting for our students, more street trees in our community, safer lanes, bike lanes. Abby, you're out there, and so much other. so many other things. I invite you to please join us in the different committees that are offered here in Manchester and the different boards that are available so we can continue to implement change, we can continue to contribute to a better Manchester for all. And please, tell your neighbor, tell your uncle, tell everybody, please come out and vote. This is the only way we're going to continue to implement change.
Many congratulations, Sandra. And so before we present our next award, the MLK Junior Community Choir will lead us in another rendition for We Are the World.
I just wanted to say before we perform this piece that for this year's celebration, I searched for a song that would match and enhance our theme of Connect for Action and Act for Justice. As I searched, I stumbled across an article on the remake in 2010 of We Are the World 25 for Haiti. I bet you didn't know that was the original title of the song. I thought, what a great song to represent the connection of all people and a call to action with an infectious rhythm that would make you all want to move. So please sit back and join us, or if you feel so moved, join us as we perform We Are the World.
choir. That was beautiful. Please feel free to also exit stage left if there's more space, but yeah, come on down. All right, so for our next award, I would like to call James McKing to present the 2024 MLK Junior Award.
As we commemorate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a beacon for justice and equality, it's only fitting, and I will say I am, as my father would say, pleased as punch, that we present the MLK Day Award to the American Civil Liberties Union of New Hampshire. We celebrate them for their outstanding contributions in the realm of civil rights. I have had the honor and pleasure of working with Executive Director Devin Chaffee, Legal Director Gilles Bissonnette, and the staff at the ACLU, and I can unequivocally say that the ACLU of New Hampshire has been a tireless champion for justice, pushing boundaries and challenging injustices to build a society that echoes the ideals of Dr. King. Their recent work on the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, voting rights, the exculpatory evidence schedules, the EES list, the divisive concepts legislation, all exemplify a dedication to the fundamental principles of equality, fairness, and the protection of individual liberties. In the face of adversity, the ACLU of New Hampshire has stood as a beacon of hope, advocating for the rights of the marginalized communities and ensuring that the principles espoused by Dr. King continue to resonate in our society. Through groundbreaking legal actions, advocacy, and community engagement, the ACLU of New Hampshire has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to dismantling systemic barriers and promoting inclusivity. Today, we honor their resilience, their determination, and the positive impact they have had on the lives of countless individuals striving for justice. As we bestow the MLK Day Award upon the ACLU of New Hampshire, let us collectively celebrate their achievements and acknowledge the profound impact they have made in advancing the cause of civil rights. May their work inspire us all to continue the pursuit of justice and equality, remembering the words of Dr. King as we strive for a society where every individual is afforded dignity, respect, and the full realization of their inherent rights. I am so pleased to honor the ACLU of New Hampshire.
Thank you so much, Jim, for those kind words. I am Devin Chaffee, and I have the honor of serving as the Executive Director of the ACLU of New Hampshire. And with me here today is our Deputy Director, Jason Green, and our Legal Director, Gilles Bissonnette. And I really cannot overstate how honored we are to be receiving this award today.
I mean, personally, I've been attending these Martin Luther King Day Coalition events since I came to New Hampshire about a decade ago. And I have always been in awe of the previous recipients of this award. I mean, that's included New Hampshire giants like Brenda and Willard Lett, phenomenal social justice advocates. Jerian Bogus, who has taken the Black Heritage Trail to new heights. Eva Castillo. Eva, I know you're here. I know you're here. A pillar for the immigrant communities. And of course, Rennie Cushing, a former New Hampshire representative, my mentor, and a man who spent his life advocating for the marginalized. These are titans of our community who have not only been invaluable partners to me, but have really served as inspiration for the work of the ACLU of New Hampshire for many, many years. It is beyond incredible that we now get to share this award with them. I am also in awe of the New Hampshire Martin Luther King Coalition. It is beyond impressive that in addition to all that these organizations do every single day to advance social justice in our state, they are able to come together to make an event like today's possible, to bring us all together, to share food, to celebrate one another, and to celebrate all that you all have accomplished in your community to make Martin Luther King's vision a reality. And you, all of you, have accomplished so much. And I know it's really easy to lose sight of that given the seemingly insurmountable challenges we face. Of course, Jason, Ed, and myself, we are only representatives of the ACLU of New Hampshire's outstanding staff and dedicated board, every member of which is vital to our work to advance civil liberties and civil rights. And I am confident that I speak for every single member of this team when I say that we remain fully committed to working beside you in the months, years, and decades to come. Whether it be to fight for the rights of immigrants to be protected by our communities under state law and under federal law, the rights of those with physical or mental disabilities to be treated with dignity in our healthcare system, or the rights of our teachers to teach true history of our country. And that's all the history, warts and all. At the ACLU of New Hampshire, we are committed to working together with each and every one of you towards a state of New Hampshire where all people can live with dignity and with the full realization of their basic human rights. It is a privilege to be in partnership with all of you, and we can only hope that through our commitment and actions, we will prove ourselves worthy of this tremendous honor. Thank you all so very, very much.
Thank you all, and many congratulations to the ACLU team. And so we'll be going into a new part of our program. This is something new for us as a coalition that we haven't done before. Oh, yes. The best love is love from family. So everyone who has the program, if you look in your program, you'll see that we have a list of sessions, of breakout sessions that are available. We have 5 today, all dispersed in classrooms and in the library. And so we will be going into our session, but before that, I just want folks to take a look in their programs, and if you don't, please feel free to look over at your neighbor and ask to take a look at their program. But I'd like to invite Nicole Sublette to be able to join us and ground us before we break out into our breakout sessions. Is Nicole here? No, she's not? I can just lead us in the grounding. Yeah, I got it. All right, so it looks like Nicole is not here. So that's all right. We're going to roll with it because we're flexible like that. So I will lead us into a quick grounding just to give us a chance and an opportunity to think about why we're going into these sessions. And so often when we have these holidays, when we have MLK Day, we think that this is a chance to honor the legacy, the history, the philosophy of Dr. King and leaders like him. But it's also an opportunity to inspire us to action. And our hope as a coalition for this year's celebration was to do just that, to inspire us to action and to connect us to the different ways, the pathways that we can take in order to act within our communities. Oftentimes we may have an idea, we may want to do something, but we don't know necessarily how to do it. And like everything else, including the civil rights movement, Dr. King was not alone in his leadership. He was not alone in the work that he did. He worked with community leaders, great and small, known and unknown, to be able to accomplish what the movement was able to accomplish today. And so these breakout sessions are an invitation for us to come together in community, to learn together, to share together, to understand and find new ways of connecting both to things that we already know, ways to engage that we may already be aware of, but also ways to engage that we may not be aware of. And to take this time to get to know each other as community, because there are many familiar faces, but that isn't to assume that we all know one another. And so I invite us all to take a moment, to take a deep breath in with me on a count of 4, to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, to hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and to exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And so with that, I invite you all to stand, to figure out which breakout session you would like to go to. And I invite you to go out into the right-hand side of the hallway. Our city year people will be able and available to show you where to go if you don't know where your classroom is. So we'll take 1 hour for each breakout session. So please go ahead out. And if you have any questions, find someone in a red jacket and they will lead you to where you need to go.